Good evening, everyone. All right, thank you so much for coming. This is, wow, I just gotta say, this is really surreal. We had a pretty good idea that there was good crossover in the Bay Area between queer people and D&D fans, but it's really awesome to see how many people turned out tonight. Awesome. All right, so thank you all so much for coming to our very first show. My name is Alex Garcia, and I am your... Okay! Also, can y'all hear me? Yes, okay. I am your dungeon master for the evening, and I'm super thrilled to be guiding you all through this magical, chaotic, adventurous, fabulous journey tonight. Tonight we're combining two of my personal very favorite things, drag queens and and of course D&D. So before we dive in, let me introduce you to our fabulous players this evening. So first up, we have the incredible Avery Knight. Okay, fun fact about Avery. When I asked Avery what she wanted her character in D&D to be, she looked at me and said, "You know what? I am the D&D character." Every night, everybody.
Hi, everyone. My name is Avery Knight. I've been a drag queen for a little bit over 2 years now, but I'm really excited to have this moment of crossover of my nerd fantasies and my drag fantasies all put together. So thank you so much for letting me do this. Thank you.
I love it. All right, next up, we have the person in my life who knows the absolute most about horror movies. If you've ever been to the Rick on the Thursday night, you know her as the host of Dolled Up. She's the incredible LaShay.
Hey, y'all. I'm very excited to be here. And if I don't know much about the game itself, I'm Queera Nightly.
That might be worth a library card token, just saying. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, next up is the Queen. When asked about her D&D character, sent me a 4-page fanfiction backstory. You might know her as the hostess of the incredible Bloodbath drag show at the Avenue. It's Queera Nightly.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I love my nerds. We all love D&D, right? My boyfriend introduced me to D&D through Baldur's Gate 3, and we're loving it, and we're obsessed. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of time. Thank you so much for having me.
I love it. And finally, one of my closest friends, one of my closest, dearest friends in life, an incredible D&D player and DM in her own right, an amazing voice actress, and just generally speaking, I will say as a player, sent from hell to destroy all of my plans as a dungeon master, it's Kristina Miller!
Hi everyone, my name is Kristina. Thank you so much for being here. When Alex asked me if I wanted to be a part of this, I said, hell yes. But it is amazing to see so many people here, and I am so excited and ready to make Alex's life a living hell.
Okay. Exactly, yes. So a few more things before we dive in. For any of you who may not be familiar with D&D, I know there's a few of you out there. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how the game is played. So, D&D is a collaborative storytelling game. So where the players take on the roles of heroes, and I, as the Dungeon Master, set the scene, tell the story, and throw a whole bunch of challenges and monsters their way. Get ready. So the most important thing in D&D is the 20-sided die. So you'll hear us talk a lot about a D20 during the game. All right, show off your dice. Yes. So if the queens want to do something in character, I will probably ask them to roll a 20-sided die. The better they do on that die roll, the more likely it is their character will succeed in what they're trying to do. So that is the number one thing that we do in D&D, and that's how the game is played. It's a mix of strategy, creativity, and improv, and it can get pretty wild. On that note, for those of you who do know D&D, we're going to be playing with a couple of homebrew rules tonight, so you might notice those throughout the game. There's two specific ones that I want to call out. First of all, if any of you have ever seen a season of Drag Race, you know that reading is fundamental. Yes. So to that end, I have given our queens each an Oakfen Public Library card. All right, show us your cards, queens. Okay. If the queens read particularly well during the game, they will get a stamp on their library card. If they get 6 stamps, their character gets a prize.
Get ready to stamp, honey.
Oh, they are ready. The other thing that we're going to be doing is something really cool. It's from Kids on Bikes. You might have seen it featured in Dimension 20. It is grit tokens. If the queens fail on a dice roll, they will get a grit token. They can spend that grit token for +1 on one of their next dice rolls. So even if you fail, you get something for it. Okay. I think... Oh, and finally, most importantly, at any point during the show, if one of the queens does something that you love, tip your queens. All right. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to the world of Oakfen. Our adventure begins in a city set between a gleaming bay and a foreboding swamp. A city of faded grandeur, famous for its nightlife and debauchery, a place where people of all kinds can come to find themselves or disappear. For centuries, the moon has protected this city and its residents, lighting their paths at night. But a new age is dawning, and a new power is rising. It's just past sunset in Oakfen, and a strange fog is spreading through the canals that meander through the city. It rolls past stately palazzos overgrown with hanging moss. It rolls down dark alleys and around the roots of massive oak trees that spread their leaves overhead. It follows gondoliers and revelers as they wind their way past Lake Merfolk. Anyways. You get me. Towards downtown, alight with the glowing signs of the city's clubs and cabarets. Finally, it spreads down a quiet section of the Grand Canal, where strings of newly installed lanterns hang overhead, flickering occasionally with strange runes. Strolling beneath them, we see 4 figures. So, why don't we start? We'll go down the line. Avery, introduce your character, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm Avery Knight. I'm a gloom stalker, dampire elf. Dampire means vampire. If you didn't know that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I am new to the game, so we're going to see where this goes. I'm ready for it.
Hey y'all, I'm Asha Leafshade, and I am from the High Forest. I was raised by treants, so my education level is questionable. I am half elf, half human, and I am a ranger.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Ritua, daughter of darkness. I was raised on the abyssal plane, and I am an Oath of the Ancients paladin Cambion, which means I'm half demon, honey, but people might confuse me as a tiefling, but that'll be our little secret.
Hi, I am playing Spyder, and I am a artificer scarecrow. My parents parents are professors, and after I got tired of living under their shadow and figured out that really I didn't want to be doing this, I decided to go to Oakfen and find something new to do with my time. I'm really excited to be here. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm not.
So we see these four figures. They're walking along the Grand Canal. They're heading towards a night out. In the world of Oakfen, some of our characters might even have a speaking stone kind of like a smartphone in this world. Which of your characters has a speaking stone?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Baby, I need mine to get through the day.
Mine's used.
All right, well, in that case, those of you who have a speaking stone, you hear
Come on, vibrator.
ding. That's right, it's a text. It's a text from Swampina.
Oh, not Swampina.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's the concerned text. Darlings, in a tizzy. Lily is missing 3 days. She was going to a vamp club downtown, told her that's no place for my starlet. She never listens to mother. Hearing rumors, entertainers going missing. I'm beside myself. Scary face emoji. Really need you, can't do this alone. Meet me at the Rick. Tonight, please, darlings. Love, Swampina. XOXO, Gossip Girl.
We really need to talk to Swampina about microaggressions against Avery.
So all of you would know that Swampina is an elven drag queen who you have befriended, and that she is waiting for you at none other than the Rick.
Go for it, bitch.
We're here. And it looks fabulous tonight, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Give it up for the Rockford Department Club, everybody.
Tucked under a rocky outcropping and framed by massive mangrove trees, with a flickering sign lit by fairy fire that shows a cackling imp swigging a martini. This is the Rocky Ridge Improvement Club. Or the Rocky Ridge Imp Club, excuse me, my own jokes. Loving them. Okay, as you all approach, what are you doing?
Getting a drink.
Getting a drink? Excellent. Okay, so you're on your way to get a drink, and right as you get to the door of the Rick, you hear crash, glass breaking, and out from there flies this pixie. It's a pixie. She's wearing a cute little cocktail dress, and she bursts through the window and then starts spiraling away in kind of drunk circles. As you peer through the window, you can see that the bar is in chaos. You can see Vic, the imp proprietor of the Rocky Ridge Imp Club, and Vic is flying around with a butterfly net. And there are 4 other pixies flying around in drunk circles all around the bar. The patrons are all against the walls, and Vic is trying to swing on these pixies and capture them ostensibly to kind of kick them out of the bar. So with that, just to kick things off with a bang, let's roll for initiative.
Got a 4.
A 3.
4.
A 4, no.
Girl, I got a 2. A 4 would be lovely right now.
Girl, I got a 3.
Oh man, I got an 11.
And Ava, what was yours?
4.
A 4, a 2, a 4,
And a 3.
And a 3. Oh my.
Just very bad.
I was
Some
gonna
of us are just
say.
It's a
After
sad night at the
shatters.
Rocky Ridge.
All right. So with that, getting into the characters here. So with that, Spyder, you are up first. What do you do?
I'd like to use my thorn whip to whip the fairies out of the sky.
Excellent. So you're standing outside of the bar right now. It's about 20 feet into the bar. You see these 4 pixies circling. I'll say, before you run in, give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Come on, Nat 20.
Or a total of 22.
Okay. Rude. All right. So with a nat 20, you see several things, and this might help you on your turn. You see, number one, that one of the pixies flying around in these crazy circles has a sash on. It says, "I said yes." She also has a cheap plastic tiara. And you can hear one of the other pixies shout at her. She goes, "Come on, Bliffany."
I'm so tired of these straight bridal parties in the queer nightclubs.
But they're the best.
I still want a thorn whip.
All right.
Like, specifically, I want to attempt to thorn whip the little stupid crown off her head.
Okay, good call. Here's how we'll do this. Go ahead, make your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, looking at the wrong thing.
For those of you who haven't played D&D, it's incredible the amount of math you have to do to make this work.
Oh, God.
That's a 12.
Uh-oh, our
No, I'm
weakness.
excited. We love math.
That's a 12.
That's a 12.
To hit.
Okay, well, Bliffany, in fact, is quite drunk and flying in crazy erratic circles all over the bar, so she escapes your thorn whip. Whoosh.
I guess she's just used to escaping being held down.
All right, with that, up next, it's Ava.
Oh my goodness. What do I want to do to this pixie? I'm a phone a friend. What should I do to this bitch? Normally I just set her on fire. Throw a drink on her. I'm down.
Excellent, I love that. You know what? Should we call that a ranged attack roll? I
Ranged
think so. Yes. All right. So, Asha, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab your D20. You're gonna roll that thing, and then you're gonna add your dexterity from your sheet.
Where are we? Ooh. Okay. Dexterity. I have contacts and this is bad. I can't see. Oh my god. There we go. Haha. All right.
The little plus number.
Yes, 12. I got a 12 total.
12. Okay. So, with a 12, are you aiming for Bliffany or one of the other pixies?
Her. Glyphony.
Excellent. She deserves it.
She does.
So
She missed your attack.
I'll say, in this case, Bliffany is pretty quick, but I think she's a little bit off kilter from Spyder's attempt at the thorn whip. So, describe how you slosh her.
Can I get a volunteer from the audience? Kidding. I'm black. You gotta go direct. You just go, like Cardi B.
That's it. All right. So you grab your drink. You splash Bliffany. It just completely like coats her. She's just covered in. What were you drinking?
I can't say for legal reasons.
Okay. It's drenched all over her. I'm gonna say that's a give me a D6 of damage on Bliffany.
Here we go. Wait.
That's your little cube dice
My
there.
little cube.
Yeah, you got it.
1.
Just okay.
Homophobic.
I want the dice that Spyder has.
That's it. Now, Bliffany, for those of you who play D&D, has some legendary actions. This is her den. So you have just splashed your drink all over her, and she is pissed about it. She's going to say, not on my bachelorette party. And she's going to fly over to the karaoke station and grab the microphone. She's going to start to croon. This is, for legal reasons, this is a D&D pop song that does not exist in the real world. I need everybody who hears polyphony, which I think is probably everybody in this bar right now. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throws, you take your D20, your big old dice, that's it. Roll that. And then on your front page of your character sheet, there is, in the upper left area of the sheet, there's something that says saving throws. So you're going to find wisdom and then add that to your D20 roll.
Girl, am I blind?
11.
I got a
Alright.
17 plus 1.
What is it?
Very wise, thank you.
So it'll be that number plus the 2.
10.
I suffer with an 8.
Oh no, 18.
8? Oh, okay, that's
That
a
was
big
16.
difference.
I just thought it said 6.
I have a 17
I didn't see
actually.
the 1.
So 16.
All right, so
16.
did anyone get below a 12?
I did.
Okay.
I don't want that dice anymore.
I am smart, not wise.
Spyder, Polyphony's incredibly off-key rendition of this song reaches into your brain, and have you ever seen a work of art that is so disturbing that you can't shake it, right? It just haunts your dreams for a while. It's like that. So you take
You didn't have to call out my
4
selfies
damage,
like that.
4 psychic damage. All right, so up next is Avery. All right, so this is your opportunity to attack. Attack or do something that would swat one of the pixies out of the air.
Yeah, I think I want to do a ensnaring strike.
Ooh, come on, ensnaring strike. Okay, so for this, what you're gonna do is, let's say here. Okay. So go ahead and do an attack roll for me. So you're gonna take your D20 and you're gonna roll that.
17.
Oh, okay, well that hits.
Love these dice.
Love it. Avery, which pixie are you aiming for? Are you aiming for
The same one.
the same
I'm just
one?
over
Take
her.
Polyphony
Exactly.
out.
Fully over
Okay.
her.
I know,
Polyphony's a
screw
bitch.
Polyphony, right? Okay, so go ahead, describe your attack for me.
Just like a full, like, I picture it like coming out with kind of like black, like vines coming from me, like that ensnare
Ooh.
the pixie, like with thorns around them and
Yes.
stuff, you know, very like from the cave systems, very like a thorny kind of matter or something ensnares them.
Excellent. Okay, so you see Avery. Avery, you were from this vampire cave system, if I remember correctly, right? And anyone in the bar would see these crazy black vines that would have been in this vampire cave system burst up from the ground and grab Polyphony out of the air. So what's the effect of your attack? She's gonna be. It's definitely gonna knock the microphone out of her little tiny hand. It's gonna go flying.
You cast the spell using a spell slot second level or higher, the damage increases.
Right on. Okay. So here's what we'll call it. Since it's damage and it's an ensnare, what it's gonna do, let's call it a D10. So grab this dice here.
Is it this one?
You got it, the yellow one. Yeah. So go ahead and roll that.
20. Is that bad? Girl,
That's
the wrong dice.
No, you
No?
were totally right. So the only thing is on that one, it's got extra zeros on it. So we're gonna call it a 2.
works.
I know, I'm scamming you up here. Okay, so you grab Polyphony, boom, she flies to the ground. Her microphone goes flying out of her hand, and she takes 2 damage. She goes, "Oh, rude." All right, up next is Ritua.
So I've seen this girl before. I know her game, and so I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all the conflama with this one. And so I'm going to use burning hands, or as I like to call it, a burning bitch slap. And I'm gonna slap the hell out of this bitch, literally.
I love it. I love it. On your sheet, is that an attack roll?
Yes. I'm here to attack. I didn't come to make friends tonight. We'll just say that.
All right. So it looks like Bliffany needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So I will do that on her part. I will say that she is not very dexterous.
I can tell.
She got a 6, so you are definitely going to hit here. Ritua, if you would roll 3 of these cube dice for me, 3d6 damage on Bliffany. I'll also ask really quickly, everyone else, at this point when Ritua is running into the bar to attack Bliffany, are you in Ritua's way? Anyone
I
else?
hope not.
I stay away from her.
You know
She
what?
ain't my
That's
friend.
fair. That's fair. All right, give me 3d6 damage, Ritua.
I have 14.
Oof. Okay, so describe your attack.
So I have a little bit of rage in me, just a little bit. And I go up and it's a backhanded smack because I'm just tired of her. And my hands heat up and it's got like a maroon and mauve flames coming off it. And I just, boom, bitch. And I knock her out. And then I turn to the bartender and I'm like, I need a cocktail.
That's
love
the
that.
Abyss answer for a pimp slap.
Abyss slap.
Bliffany looks at you, and the charred embers of her sash just kind of disintegrate, and she goes, "This is so not chill." And with that, she's going to use another one of her legendary actions. I need everybody who is within 30 feet of Bliffany. Is that all of you?
I'm not near her.
You're not near her. Okay.
I was close enough to throw a drink on her, so I think we're pretty close.
That's it. That's it.
I'm close to her and I turned around, which was a mistake.
Yeah, I'm
I need everyone else to make a wisdom saving throw.
Save that wisdom.
Throw it.
You guys want to go? Yeah.
I got a 6.
7.
13.
A 6, a 7, and 15. Then Ritua, Asha, you see as Bliffany rises from the ground after Ritua's attack. You see that Bliffany rises back into the air, the little charred remnants of her sash burning off in little pieces, and she goes, and as she breathes in, her plastic tiara glows with magic power, and all of a sudden, instead of like this rude person that just came into this bar and got way too drunk, she seems like actually pretty cool. Like you want to hang out with her. Like almost like you want to be her friend and do anything she says. You two are charmed.
I take it all back, girl. You look sickening.
That is actually how I've met a lot of my friends.
I'm right here, Asha.
You two are charmed for 1 minute. You have to treat you become infatuated with the bride-to-be, treating her as someone to impress or protect at all costs. With that, the other pixies are going to have their turn, so keep that in mind for the time being. The other pixies, I'm going to say that they're going to act as one. One of them is going to come out, and she is going to spin these dancing fairy lights over the bar, the disco ball is going to start spinning, the lights are going to start flashing, and all around you, all of the patrons of the Rick are going to start dancing. A second one is going to run up to, I think, I'll say probably Spyder, since Spyder is well into the bar. A second one is going to run up to Spyder and grab a bottle of champagne and is going to point the cork right at you. She rolled an 11 to hit you, Spyder.
That did not hit.
That did not hit. Okay, so the cork goes wide, and you see this jet of champagne. The third one is going to come up, flying out the broken window, and then going to try to do the same for Avery. She rolled a nat 1. So instead of popping this cork and hurting Avery, it shoots in her face, and she takes...
Wouldn't be the first time.
She takes 3 damage, so she shoots actually backwards into the bar, injuring herself. And with that, that brings us back to the top with Spyder.
This is an unfortunate turn of events. I am going to turn to the one who just tried to shoot me with a cork and attempt to hit it with Ray of Sickness.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Does a 24 hit?
Right in the pixies.
So you watch as Spyder takes out a ray gun out of their pocket, because they are an artificer, and just blank-faced looks at the pixie, aims the ray gun, and fires off a green ray, and is going to do 2d8.
Sorry, 2d8.
2d8. For a total of 7 damage.
For a total of 7 damage. Spyder, you blow this pixie out of the sky.
It just disintegrates into like dust on the floor.
Finally.
That's unfortunate.
We'll say, since this is a bar patron and we don't advocate violence against bar patrons, that you knock her out. Describe your attack.
So I take out the ray gun, I aim it, no emotion on my face, my little pumpkin face, and I just fire off, and it's this ray gun that's green and like black, and she immediately gets COVID and falls to the ground from coughing.
She was not vaccinated.
No, these are some Mormon bridesmaids. They are not vaccinated.
I'm triggered.
The Mormons of Faerun, right?
Ritual was the talk of the temple.
With that, you see this look of horror, like absolute horror, on the other 3 pixies' faces. Bliffney has briefly recovered from this last round of attacks, and she whips around and she looks at the other 2 and she says, "Girls, we're leaving." And with that, you have defeated our little pack of pixies. So they all...
As a homosexual, I'm usually very pro pixies, but these bitches had to go.
That's it. So you see all 4 of them lift off the ground. They fly through 4 separate windows, breaking each of them. You see Vic, the innkeeper, go, "Oh, come on, the windows." She turns to you and she says, "Thank you so much for all your help tonight. I do really appreciate it. Always love to see you guys."
So, Oakfen.
Vic, we would do anything for you. Anything.
Thank you. So you look around the Rick. There's a lot going on here. The patrons are kind of picking themselves up after this altercation that has taken place. There's a little 4-piece band playing in the corner. There's a tiefling, a myconid, a bullywug playing the saxophone. And you also notice that way back in the corner is Swampina.
Sup, girl?
That's called a plot hook.
Swampy, what's good?
So you walk over to Swampina. Swampina is this older drag queen elf. She has got this green sequin cocktail gown on. She's got this golden hair wig and this kind of classic updo. She's got these big costume jewels around her neck. She is, she's sitting there nursing a Cosmo, and she turns around and she says, "Oh, my darlings, you came. I'm so happy to see you."
This is off
Bitch,
character.
I don't know you.
This is off character, but Alex completely just accurately described an old drag queen. And it was a hard front wig, I promise.
My inspo was Starina. That's who I was picturing. Yes, yeah, they know. She goes, "My darlings, did you get my text? I put many ellipses in it."
We got it, girl. The illiteracy was real.
I left that text on red.
You can just send separate text, right? You don't need ellipses.
Well, back in my day with sending ravens. Anyways, my drag daughter, Lily is missing. Like I said in the text.
Have you checked the bathroom?
Unless she's been in there for 3 days, I don't think that she could be in the bathroom for that long.
I knew a girl. She had Chipotle, it went bad real quick.
Listen, darlings, here's the thing. She was headed to a club downtown. She was stepping into a gondola. She was going to the Gilded Fang.
Excellent tacos.
Have you considered that she drowned? Have you considered that she drowned?
Oh, that's too terrible to think about. How could you say such a thing, Spyder? You know Lily.
And I know it's entirely possible she drowned.
These wigs retain water.
Yes, she is rather reckless, I will admit. But listen, you know me, I can't go back to the Gilded Fang. Would you go? Would you go for dear old Swampina as a favor and look for her?
I'll go.
Just you?
Does the favor come with money?
We have rent.
Oh, okay.
I heard fame.
Yeah.
I heard fame.
Exactly. Well, it's true, Avery. I do think you might have an advantage getting into the Gilded Fang. Here's the thing. It would really help me out if you would go look for her. Please, just as a mother, I'm worried about my daughter. And as an incentive, and she reaches back and she unclips one of these absolutely hideous pieces of costume jewelry that she has around her neck, and she offers it to you, and she says, "It's the pendant of razzle dazzle, darlings. While you wear this once per long rest, it gives you advantage on the performance check." Take it. She hands it out to you, and she looks at you, Avery, in particular. She says, "Avery, darling, you'll help Mother out, won't you?"
Sure.
Sure, girl.
I knew I could count on you. And she says, "Come here," and she clips this ugly necklace around your neck. Avery, from now until the end of the session, for one performance check that you make, you can roll with advantage. All right. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's something, yeah. What's advantage? Okay, D&D rules corner. Advantage is when you roll the dice twice and you take the better of the two rolls.
You get to cheat.
You get to cheat, just a little bit. Yes.
I'll say Swampy. I'll do anything for you. I love you. I love this bar. I'm here to support you, but you owe me a drink when I get back, girl.
It's a deal, Ritua. Anything for you.
Kisses.
She needs the gig.
Yes.
I don't have anything else going on tonight, so I suppose I go.
I'm with Spyder.
Well, wonderful. She says, so are you going now? I think that could be a good idea, seeing as she's been missing 3 days.
Urgent.
Presumed dead.
Urgent.
All right. Spyder just turns around and walks out.
Let's go, girls.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's it. Amazing. As you step out of the rick, you see many people flagging down gondoliers, haggling over prices. Give me a perception check, everybody.
That's gonna be a fat 10.
A fat 10.
14.
2.
What am I perceiving right now? I'm so perceptive.
She doesn't have her context in it.
Oh my god. -1. Okay, so I rolled a 3, so it's gonna be a 2.
Okay.
Very perceptive, I promise.
Yes. With a 2,
It's
Asha.
actually 18 for me.
Oh, an 18 for Avery. We'll get to you.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I can't see the glare on the dice. I can't read the numbers.
That's
We need
it.
matte dice.
With a 2, Ritua, Asha, as you step out of the bar, you collide with a drunk gnome, and who's recovering from a night out. You take 2 damage.
Sounds like a Thursday night.
Avery, you notice something. You see, while many of the gondolas going by have a gondolier in them, so there's a creature or humanoid in the back kind of pushing the gondola forward, that some of the gondolas, in fact, where the gondolier was standing, is just a magic floating orb. And around the orb is scrolling the word float. And as you look out on the side of the canal, you can see that a lot of the patrons are out there with their speaking stones, tapping away and then waving at the float gondolas.
Wait. This is Uber? Float is Uber. Okay.
There are no cars.
I'm there.
There's
I'm
only
there.
gondolas.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
So, I would say all of you would know that to get to the Gilded Fang, you would need to take a gondola. So you have some options here. You can try to flag down a gondolier, or you can call a float on your speaking stone.
I'll call a float.
You'll call a float,
Yeah.
okay. Describe how you call the float.
Picked up the phone.
Excellent. You pick up the phone, you tap that app. That's it. Okay,
Speaking stone.
I'll pay you back later, girl.
we're gonna do the split ride feature. Okay, so you wait for a moment as this gondola pulls up. There's these little staircase down to the water of the canal. And it glides up to you with the orb on the back glowing a soft green. The words scroll across, there's these words that scroll across the orb that says, "Hello, Avery. Please keep all limbs inside the gondola and enjoy your ride to the Gilded Fang.
Word.
Say, hey, float, if you have any questions during your ride." Do you get in?
Yeah.
Just you. Excellent.
We'll catch the next one.
I'm a private kind of girl.
To the other members of the party, you see Avery climbing into the float, clearly intending to leave you behind. What do you do?
I say we let her go on her own. We'll get the next one.
Same, but I throw a rock first.
It's not my
Asha,
fault.
give me a ranged attack roll.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Record.
Where am I?
Record.
I'm deaf, it's the braids.
I believe Spyder said wreck her.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can hear now. Okay.
So roll your d20, Asha.
Yes. Ooh. It was 19, then it fell over. It was 19.
You know what? We'll give you a 19. I think
It just, I moved in and
Avery, do you anticipate that Asha might be pissed off and throw something at you?
I wanted her to be pissed off and emotional.
Excellent. So in that case, I'm going to give you a chance to do a dexterity saving throw. Roll your d20 and add your dexterity save modifier
saving shit.
upper left of your character sheet.
14.
A 14. Is a 14 good enough? No?
I'm never good enough.
All right, then, bam, from behind. Unfortunately, Avery, Asha's rock has connected, and you take. What do we think? 1d4 plus 1? Yeah? Yeah, oh, well, that's only a 1. So 2 damage. It was a pebble.
I'm so damaged.
I'm very
Damage
impulsive,
good.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so the others climb into a gondola. Do you take a float, or do you take a regular gondola with a gondolier?
I've had bad experiences with homophobic gondoliers, so I'm going to take a regular float. Or I'm going to take
Excellent.
a non-float gondola.
Excellent. That makes...
Non-float. Floatless.
Floatless. Okay, so this gondolier pulls up. It's a little forest gnome. He says, "Where's you going tonight?"
We're going to the thing. Something thing.
Oh yeah, the Gilded Fang. Okay, well here we go. And he like very slowly.
He's getting 4 stars off top.
I love this man.
very slowly pulls away. So as your gondolas pull away with Avery in the front and the other 3 in the back, there's a lot that you can see from the canal. So the fog has thickened, it's starting to obscure the moon above. You notice that there are revelers wearing moon masks and cloaks walking along the side, heading downtown towards the clubs. Occasionally there's a firework. There's street vendors. You see this very stately, ornate building that says the Oakfen Museum of Magical History with this big dome. And as you're taking all of this in, give me one more perception check, all 4 of you. A 19.
Yes.
I got a 3.
15.
I got a 9.
9. Okay, and Ritua?
I said a 3.
A 3. Oh, okay.
Just had to make her say it again, huh?
Very perceptive again.
Ritua is miles away, and
As usual.
and falls in the water. No, you're taking it on the side, so you're not paying attention to what's going on. However, Spyder, very astute, you happen to glance behind you, and you see that there are a lot of these float gondolas in the Grand Canal, but one of them gives you a strange feeling. You glance over your shoulder and you see that one of them is completely empty of passengers. And except for one, something covered by a dark cloak with a moon emblem on the side. And it's staring straight at you with oddly repetitive strokes. Spyder, you look to the side, to your left, you look to the right, and you also see that mixed into the crowd of people walking downtown on either side are people who seem to be watching you and following you. With that, roll for initiative.
Just me or everybody?
I'll say, do you tell the others that you see this?
Oh yeah, Spyder is looking around and is gonna turn to everybody and be like, "Hey guys, that hooded person in the D&D equivalent of Waymo is following us, and we are being watched."
It was the repetitive strokes that caught my attention.
This is why you need
Does
unionization.
anyone shout out to Avery?
She made her choice when she went ahead.
Okay, well,
Absolutely
unfortunately, Avery, I'm afraid because
I'm afraid too.
I mean,
I got hit in the head by a rock.
I believe you. So with that, how about this? I think Avery, since you did go out on your own, we'll say that you go last in initiative. The other three, what did you roll?
7.
A 7.
Do I
Okay.
have to roll again?
7.
Oh, okay. Who has the higher dex bonus?
You're gonna go first.
I have the higher dexterity.
Excellent. Okay, so it'd be Ritua. And Asha, what'd you get?
I got 17.
7. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Asha first, then Ritua, then Spyder, then Avery.
I was supposed to roll, right?
Unfortunately, since
No.
you decided to go on your own, you
Work.
decided to go first, and no one called out to you. I'm going to say they get a chance to go before you. We're playing D&D with big quotes. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say that they get a surprise round on you because even though you caught them, they have been watching you and planning to come after you. So the very first thing that happens is out from under the cloak shoots this grappling hook. So I'm going to roll and see if it attaches to the back of your gondola. It rolled a 19 to hit, so I'm going to say that hits. So this arrow with a kind of a grappling hook on the end of it fires from the gondola manned by this cloaked figure, and it crunches into the wood of the boat that Asha, Ritua, and Spyder are on. And as you all can see, it starts to pull you backwards. So you hear the gondolier go, "Uh-oh, wait, what?" And he's like, "I'm not part of this." But he does. He keeps trying to like pull quicker and quicker. So with that, Asha, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Let's see here. I'd like to try to detach the grapple hook.
Excellent. Are you going to use one of your weapons to?
Yes, I'm gonna use my short sword.
Excellent. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Grab your D20. Your D20 is going to be...
Six.
Oh, that's a 6? A 6 to hit? Okay, so... oh, no. Okay. So I'm going to say, right as you do that, there's this like wave in the canal, and unfortunately you stumble backwards, and your sword goes whoosh, and it doesn't cut the rope.
Well, I tried. I hope our gondolier has good insurance.
I don't. Help. Up next is Ritua.
I'm gonna take a second from admiring this gnome's biceps and take a look at the grappling hook. I'm gonna use my scythe to try to pry it off.
Ooh, excellent. Give me an attack roll.
It's a 13.
Excellent. Any bonuses to that?
+5.
Okay. I don't know why I'm wounded by that. I'm like, oh, my rope. All right, so Ritua, you slice this rope. Describe your hit.
It's violent. And there's a little bit of sass in there. I say, I'm tired of this rope, and I slice it right through. And then I kick the hook into the water very aggressively.
Excellent. So you hear this dong sound as it cuts and it snaps backward, and you can see in the pursuing gondola behind you that the boat is kind of like rocking back and forth a little with the force of this rope snapping. All of you feel this sudden surge forward as you get a little boost from the tension being released. So with that, I'll say that the gondola in pursuit has closed about a third of the distance to you, but is still closer than before. Spyder, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna use my ray gun again to try and hit this guy. This is just a short bow that has been flavored to look like a ray gun.
Excellent.
We love the COVID ray gun.
That's a nat 1.
A nat 1! Oh no! So for folks who are learning D&D, if you get a nat 20, something great happens. If you get that's a 20 on the 20-sided die. If you get a 1 on the 20-sided die, something bad happens. I'm going to say, boom. You miss, but yes, you do miss. But unfortunately, this wave comes in right as you fire your ray gun, and instead of hitting the boat behind you, you blow a hole through the boat that you're currently in. Water starts pouring in, and all of you begin to sink.
Tragic.
I'll say it's going to take... I was going to say 1d4 rounds. That's 4 rounds in order for the boat to sink. So you have 4 rounds to solve this.
See, I told you she just drowned.
Oh, it's somewhere swampy.
Alex, is this a good time to introduce the failure?
Yes,
thingies?
you're absolutely right. Thank you for reminding me. So with that, I'm going to give you a grit token, which is one of these little fluorescent glowing bones. If you could pass that down to Spyder. Spyder, you can spend this on
This is the opposite of throwing you a bone.
Spyder, you can spend this on a future skill check to get +1.
I've never been so excited in my entire life.
All right, that brings us to Avery. Avery, at this point, you've heard all this commotion. You've turned your head. You've seen that your friends are being attacked. What do you do?
Gladly watched it. She threw a rock at me, girl. Did everyone forget
I
that?
was aiming for the gondola.
And she hit me.
Wow. You know what, Avery? You turn to the side. You look at these people who are following you in these crazy robes on the left and the right of the canal, and you see them turn to each other. They go, "Wow, that's cold." I mean, like we're following them, but geez, that was really cool. So the first one is that what you would like to do with your turn?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
I am so bitter that this rock was thrown at me.
I can tell. So with that, Avery, all of you can see from your gondolas that these 2 figures who are chasing you in the cloaks on the side of the canal, you see that all of a sudden they glow, boom, with this burst of arcane energy. And one of them is going to... Actually, both of them at the same time to speed things up. Both of them are going to cast a spell, but not on any of you, on the gondolier.
Shame.
But he's so handsome.
The gondolier... Oh, does anyone have a good gnome name? This is your chance to make it canon right now.
Nomeo.
Gonzo the gondolier.
Gonzo.
Nomeo Gonzo the... Yeah, exactly. Show me.
Nomenclature.
Nomenclature.
I want to stamp your library card for that.
Nomenclature, Nomeo, the gondolier gnome. Got it. Okay. That's canon now.
All of them all at once.
So he's going to make a wisdom saving throw to see if the cultist on the side of the canal is going to take over his mind. And he actually passes. I'm kind of shook. So yeah.
Nomio
That's my man.
Gonzo nomenclature. Yeah, there we go.
That's it. So you see nomenclature kind of goes, "Ooh," and then shakes it off, and his brain is not taken over. So with that, I want to come to the first audience roll of the game. And I know exactly who I want to do this role. This is a person who is extremely excited to learn D&D, who told me, when I first told him that I wanted to do D&D with drag queens, he said, please let me play with them someday. And I said, yes, soon. So now's your time, Luigi. Would you like to roll this? You can roll it right here on the table, and tell us the result. Hey.
Tell us now.
All right. That's great. Thank you very much. I had planned all of these like really cool, crazy things that could happen into the canal, and if you got an 8, you were going to escape.
Thank you, Luigi.
Saved us. Thank you. We saved each other. Thank you.
You know, I had these like a party boat full of drunk kenku. I had, like bullywugs and floaties. I had all this cool stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'll throw them a bone. 1 in 10 chance that they escape.
I'm from the forest. I couldn't have swam, so thank you.
So with that, here's what happens. You see that the two cultists on either side of the canal, they've shot their shot. You see this huge burst of arcane energy go boom. Nomenclature is able to shake it off, and at that point he is pissed and he goes, I don't have time for this. I'm working tonight. And with that, he takes his giant buff biceps. He winks at you, Ritua. And
I see you.
And he powers down the canal. If you take a look behind you, you can see the tiniest glint of metal under that cape on the gondola behind you. And with that brings us to our midway break. Okay.
I do want to say before the break, though, that we were nearly drowning and this bitch was still thirsty.
I think that deserves
That's
a
a
stamp.
stamp. That's a stamp, yes. Excellent. All right, y'all. All right. When we last left our heroes, they had been pursued down the Grand Canal by not 1, not 2, but 3 mysterious figures, 2 of which I accidentally revealed were cultists, and one of which remains unknown but showed a tiny glint of metal under its mysterious flowing cloak. I'll also say thank you to Spyder in particular for reminding me of my own house rules, which I took the time to announce at the beginning. So Ava, you have 1 good read on your library card, and I feel like I owe all of you at least 1 grit token. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make it rain a little bit. Let's take 1 each. Here we go. And let's do an extra to Spyder.
Give me that bone.
And remember, players, that you can use this on any die roll to increase the result by 1. All right. So with your leaking, now slowly sinking gondola, you got this like gross swamp water just kind of like coming into it. Avery, you're fine. You're out front. Wind in your hair, don't care. Whoosh. Your gondolas wind their way towards downtown Oakfen until you see the exterior of the Gilded Fang. The Gilded Fang is a 3-story stone building with a facade that looks like it's kind of weathered but elegant nevertheless. Has these dark vines that, Avery, you would recognize from your time in the vampire caves. These dark vines that creep up the side of the stone walls, and these blood-red lanterns that hang at the entrance, casting an eerie but inviting glow. A black velvet rope separates the entry from the waiting crowd, and out front is this huge half-orc. She is the bouncer. Everyone, as your gondolas approach, you can get out. The cabbie says, "Hey, that was a crazy ride. So, 5 stars?"
You've earned it.
I slip him my stone number.
Okay. I will be gondoling to you tonight.
Hopefully she paid the bill.
Ritua, did you pay the bill?
No.
All right, so as you pull up, you're able to get out. You see this scene. You see the Gilded Fang. You see the bouncer out front. Everyone, go ahead, give me a perception check. The bread and butter of D&D. What do you see?
I got a 4. Of course.
I got a 10.
A 10.
3.
A 3. And Spyder?
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. We love a dirty 20. Okay. Okay. Actually, Avery and Spyder, both of you, as you're taking in this scene in front of the cabaret, you notice that to the side there's an alley. There's an alley on the side of the club, and you can see that it goes pretty far back. It runs the length of the building, which is pretty deep. And far in the back, there's a little sign, or there's a little light, so kind of a lantern glowing down this alley. And someone's outside having a cigarette.
An alley? Asha, isn't that your territory?
Where? The question was for Spyder and Avery.
Was that a stamp on the library card for Ritua? Yes? Yes? Okay. I thought that was pretty shady.
She
Yes.
wasn't even there.
I sensed an opportunity and I took it, okay?
That's it.
I feel like Avery is gonna go smoke some pipe weed with the person that's smoking a cigarette.
Okay. So, Avery, you kind of climb up on the bank and you see this long line out front and you're like, I'm not dealing with that. And you start to walk down this dark alley. All of you see Avery head straight for the dark alley. What do you do?
I'm a tag along. We
Okay.
have to make amends for the whole rock misunderstanding.
That's fair. You do live together and have cats, so. How about Ritua and Spyder? What do you do?
I would love to follow along, but I'm a little sketched out by this alleyway, so I want to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh, clever.
Love that.
And how about you, Spyder?
Spyder is going to circumvent the line and go up to the bouncer and show their pedigree because they have the noble background.
Whoa. Okay.
Come on, pedigree.
Do you all remember what I said about Kristina at the beginning of the show? Okay, so two things. Let's start with Ritua, and then we'll come back to you, Spyder. So, Ritua, you cast Detect Magic. Describe what that looks like.
Well, I'm creeped out by this alleyway, and I say, I better make sure that we're all doing okay in here. There's no tomfoolery going on. And so I adjust my wig and let some air in underneath, and I say, how's this air feeling? Is it feeling magical?
That's a wig.
It's still a wig.
Stamp, okay. Stamp, yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I had stickers for this, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so Ritua, you cast your spell. You feel the breeze coming down this alley. It smells like an alley in San Francisco. But you do get...
Asha, isn't that your territory?
It wasn't funny the first time, girl. And I live in Livermore.
Underneath this stench, Ritua, you get a strong scent of magic. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I sense magic.
Do you tell that to your friends?
Oh yeah, I'm like, ladies, there's some magic afoot. I feel it.
She felt a burning sensation.
She is the burning sensation.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that qualifies. Take one. Yeah. I'll say there's pencils on your sheets in the meantime, and so the stamps, let's just cross them out with sheets. I did have something planned for this. So here's a question. The three of you that are marching heedlessly down this dark alley that's full of magic, do you notice that Spyder has separated?
It was dark. Spiders are dark. I don't... Sorry, so sorry, Spyder.
I don't notice very many things, so no, I did not notice.
Excellent. Okay, so you're heading down this alley. Spyder, what do you say to the bouncer?
So I walk up to the bouncer and I'm like, hello.
She goes, hello.
And Spyder is going to look this bouncer up and down and say, I'd really enjoy it if you bounced me, while subtly pulling out their, the emblem of their family, which very clearly has the Farcivel family emblem on it.
Okay.
Don't you love when they subtly pull out?
You see the bouncer's eyes go wide. They're clearly familiar with kind of noble crests, if not necessarily yours specifically. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Woo! That's gonna be a 17.
Okay. It's very effective. She goes, well, yeah, I mean, of course, and anyone who's bearing a noble crest such as yourself. And she just kind of swings the door right open.
Thanks. And Spyder is walking past the bouncer into the club or the cabaret, she's going to gently caress the arm of the bouncer.
Ooh. The bouncer has this kind of dark green skin and these tattoos of crescent moons wrapping around her thick arms.
Nice.
And you can see that where your hand trailed, there's a little frizzen of goosebumps has appeared.
I'll see you after we figure out what happened with our friend, and I walk inside.
She looks at you and she says, "Call me later."
Absolutely.
All right, with that, let's switch back to the three of our adventurers who slipped back down into the alley. As you walk down the alley, it becomes clearer and clearer that there is there's a performer standing outside. This is an elf. They are in this kind of cute little leotard. It looks like maybe they are a burlesque performer or something like that, and they're having a cigarette. And as you approach, they look at you and they say, "Oh, hi girls, haven't seen you around here. Are you performing tonight?"
Yes.
She says,
Yeah.
I feel like Avery would have said, "Really, just a leotard?"
she says, "Oh, okay. You know what? I stoned this myself. Okay."
Come on, Valentina.
Well, that was a read. She says, yeah, I mean, listen, tonight the crowd, they're drunk. So, you don't have, it's a fuck it show, as Ava says.
Right.
She says, so, what time are you all on? Do you need to get back into the dressing room?
Yes, we got to perform real soon, so please help us out.
Okay, well, hey, listen, you can go right through here. Yeah, I believe you. I mean, look how you're dressed. Like, come on in. And she swings this door to the kind of back room of the club, wide open. You see, as you look down this hallway, you see this long hallway. You hear music of a performance going on, kind of through the back wall. It's going. And at the very far end of the hallway is a door open with a light on. Let's switch back to Spyder. Spyder, you waltz in to this club. You are the coolest one there. You kind of take in the scenery. On the main floor, there is kind of a lounge where these patrons are mingling and enjoying the performances. It's very plush, it's luxurious. There are velvet couches and armchairs. There are tables low to the ground that have kind of silver goblets and gold candlesticks. There's a jazz ensemble playing. There's a couple of kuatoa and playing, this little jazz combo. And there is a cabaret act going on. There's a pole dancer on the main stage. As you look up all around you, there's a VIP balcony on the second floor. Have you been here before, Spyder?
I don't think so. I don't think Spyder's been here before.
Okay, so since it's your first time, you would just kind of be taking all of this in. There's a bar to the side. What would you like to do?
Well, the first thing that happens is I walk into the room and Spyder immediately changes the carving on their mouth to just have two little fangs.
I love that.
And then is going to proceed to the bar, because I think Spyder would know that bartenders have all of the great deets.
Exactly. So there's a vampire behind the bar. She turns to you, she says, "What are you having?"
Is she Russian?
She's a vampire.
I'm having my friend Lily, who went missing.
Ooh.
She's on the menu.
Okay. She looks shocked. She says, "Do you know Lily? You've
Yeah.
heard she's missing."
Well, her drag mother called us in earlier this evening, sent us a text, and asked us to come here. And now here we are. Well, here I am. I don't know where the other three went.
Where the other people are is in the back. So you're walking down this long hallway. You see this open door. You see that there's there's a bathroom. There's some storerooms. What do you do?
Go to the storerooms.
Excellent. Okay, so you can kind of glance in them. It looks a bit like the green room at the Rick. There's a chandelier on the ceiling.
It looks wild.
It's empty. Yeah, empty.
Give him a star.
Empty of people. Empty of creatures. There we go. But as you peek around the corner, you see that there is a series of vanities. There's a series of vanities. They have those vanity lights up, and there's a dark figure sitting at one of them, getting into drag, with her wig on the stand right next to her.
Most drag shows.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So, back in the club, Spyder, Sylvain looks at you and she says, "Why are you looking for Lily?"
Because her drag mother asked us to.
Oh, right, you told me that. Give me, she says, "Listen, I might know something, but give me a persuasion check."
$13.
She sizes you up. It's not an unfriendly look. She says, "Well, you do look like somebody she would be friends with. Tell the truth, I haven't seen her around for quite a while, but she does perform here regularly. You know who you need to speak with? You need to speak with Scarlet Nocturna."
Scarlet Nocturna. Got it. Thank you. And I give her a gold piece.
Oh. Well, in that case, Scarlet Nocturna is in the dressing room.
And where is the dressing room?
The dressing room is in the back. There's a door to the side of the stage. So if you want to just go through there, just do exactly what you did to the, do exactly what you did just now to the guy at the door to the dressing room, and they'll let you right in.
Got it. Money talks. All right. Bye. And I will walk and do that.
Excellent. So all of you are creeping down this long hallway, and you see, you kind of come around the corner, you've seen this figure, you've seen the vanities, and right as you are all kind of peering in to try to assess who this person might be, she hasn't seen you yet. A door from the main club bursts open, and and Spyder walks in.
Hi.
Sup? Where were you? It was dark. I thought you were here the whole time.
I give off light from the fluid inside of my head.
I'm blind.
Love the fangs.
Thanks. I thought they were fitting. I was inspired by you.
So I think with that, hearing this door burst open, hearing the discussion from all of you, you would see the figure at the vanity whips her head around, and she looks at you all and she says, "Well, well, well, what do we have here? I don't recall inviting any strangers backstage, but you," and she looks at you, Avery. She says, "There's something different about you, darling. You're not just any bloodsucker, are you?"
Keep going.
That's right, I can smell the old blood.
Not smell, girl.
Oh, I can smell it. I can smell the old blood on you. Aristocracy, perhaps? Okay. Maybe even... She winks at you. Or even something more special. No. Okay. She looks at the rest of you, and you can see on her face that her shock has kind of turned to surprise, right? She looks at you and she says, "Now, what brings a vampire of your caliber slumming into my domain?"
Not slumming it, first of all. I feel like I would just come at her with something. I don't know. I feel like...
You would just straight up attack her?
Yeah. Girl, not slumming it.
Can Spyder like try and stop Avery?
Absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna do a dexterity roll off. How about this? Avery, roll a dexterity check, and Spyder, roll a dexterity check. Yeah, grab your d20. There you go.
I got a 17.
Okay, all right. Wow, what a role reversal here. So Spyder, you jump into the middle and you are able to, well, Avery, how are you trying to attack Scarlet?
Like slap.
Like slap her, okay, so
Yeah.
you're coming for a slap. So Spyder, you jump into the middle, how do you stop her?
So I realize very quickly what is about to happen as soon as Scarlet is like slum. I'm like, oh no. And so I move forward and I just like grab her arm, Avery's arm, and I'm just like, not today, bitch.
Okay, Scarlet looks at all of you appraisingly, and she says, my, a feisty bunch, aren't you? So, what brings you backstage?
Where the hell is Lily, bitch?
She says, okay, whoa. She looks at you, and her kind of facade of remove kind of falters really quickly, and the humor in her eyes is kind of gone, and she says, Lily, my little nightshade, always so full of energy, gone missing. Well, that's troubling. You're telling me, how long has it been?
7 days. No, I'm kidding. 3 days. It's been 3 days.
7 days? Oh my God, she probably drowned in the canal. Did she drown in the canal? She would.
I'm pretty sure she drowned in the canal.
She's a sea lily.
The moon people got her.
So, the mole people, are they back? So she looks at you and she kind of like taps one of her manicured nails on the table, and her eyes narrow a little bit, and she says, you're telling me no one has seen her for 3 days, and you lot are here to find her. Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct.
Unfortunately.
Well, listen, I don't know where she's gone. However, what I can tell you is that the last time I saw her, she was headed to an after party. Sometimes we go to a rather exclusive after party. It's held in the ruins of the old Kitsune Theater downtown. She raises kind of an eyebrow and she says, I wouldn't be surprised if Lily went there. She loves the drama of it, but it's not exactly safe.
How's the food?
You know, the seasoning on the fries really makes the difference, okay? You know, it's bar food, you know, you can only expect so much.
What makes it dangerous?
Oh, well, you know, it's a black market party.
Acid bath party, got it.
Yeah, that's it. She says, listen, darlings, this has been great. This has been lots of fun getting to meet you. Lots of kooky characters here.
So nice.
I can't tell if you love me or hate me. I'm still, it's like 50-50.
She hasn't fed all week. Don't mind this bitch.
Oh, she says, well, in that case, there's a lounge downstairs. She says, listen, here's the thing. If you want, Lily's station is right over there. You can take a look.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she goes back to kind of touching up her makeup.
All right, let's get up in the station, y'all.
Okay, so there's kind of right next to Scarlet, there's this other kind of clearly makeup station. It's got, it looks like what you would expect. There's like drawers full of makeup. There's all kinds of stuff kind of spilling out over this station. If you'd like to like rummage through it and see what you find, give me an investigation check.
I'm just watching them.
You're just watching?
Lazy.
Right on.
My perception is low. I'm just not going to try.
Hey.
16.
A 16, okay.
15.
A 15.
Spyder tries to look, but Spyder just gets like distracted by one of the mirrors and is just like changing the carvings in their face because I only got a 7.
Okay, so Spyder is distracted. Ritua is... What is Ritua?
So I actually want to look around so I can speak with animals, and I heard that they have a mole problem.
Indeed they do. They have
So
a mole.
I'm going to look around. Are there any little holes with the crevasses that some moles could be in?
You know, there might be a mole.
Oh my god.
And there might be a mole because this is not the Rick, right? So I'll say with a 15 and a 16, Asha, Avery, you find a couple of things. You find a business card. It's for a wig boutique. It's called Illusions Hair Boutique. It says, transforming more than just looks. Wigs, enchantments, magical makeovers, whispers of glamour, spells of allure. It says, find me at the edge of Flat Marsh, which you would know is a neighborhood downtown, right? Avery, you also find a small black ticket.
Is the ticket for the other venue?
So you pick it up and you look at it, and you can see that embossed on it in gold is a fox mask, and it says, admit one. So you pick it up, and as you kind of maybe like run your finger over the ticket, it suddenly dissolves. It dissolves, it turns into this liquid, and it splashes down onto your hand, and the logo of the fox forms on the underside of your wrist. Also, your eyes glow briefly golden. Ooh.
Come on, Twilight.
Ritua, give me an investigation check to look for mole people.
This isn't her first mole problem.
Nat 20!
Ritua, there are no mole people in this dressing room.
Wow, he led you on.
However, you do find, rolled under one of the other vanities, you find a speaking stone.
Ooh. God, can I unlock it?
You
Does it need Touch ID or something?
It does need Face ID, unfortunately. However, you pick it up.
Declined.
I'm a good makeup artist. Maybe I can just like...
Oh.
Face card declined.
Okay.
Is she?
There's makeup here.
Ritua, give me a performance check with advantage to see if you can. And now, who are you making your face up as?
Lily.
As Lily. Okay, you would know what she looks like. Okay, yes.
She's gonna drown too.
Amazing. Give me a performance check with advantage to see how well you can do this.
You know she's a performer, so let's see. I got an 18 plus 3 for performance.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay. So.
Bitch, that's my fan.
I'm her biggest fan.
Don't break it.
Aw.
She has one.
Yeah, it's true. So you
Stand that guard.
you do your face up and you look at the speaking stone and it unlocks. You see a couple things. There's a notification on the lock screen that says, "Float, your gondola has arrived. The gondolier will wait 5 minutes before departing." And then you see a bunch of text from Swampina, just progressively more worried, distressed. "Where are you?" That kind of thing.
I knew those float drivers had something up in their sleeve. My goodness. I show the girls. I'm like, girls, take a gander at this. Also, look at my sickening makeup.
I thought she literally showed the girls.
Nice.
Ritua, did you flash?
It is a dressing room, and it was hot,
Hey,
so
there
yes,
you go.
absolutely.
So while all of you are standing there shook at the sight of Ritua's incredible girls, Spyder, you notice that behind you, Scarlett has finished her makeup. And she is finished touching up her makeup, and she reaches down and she takes her wig and she puts it on. You notice the moment she puts it on, you see this little zip of arcane energy flow through her wig, and she slowly stands up, facing away from you. And when she turns to face you, her face is contorted in a mask of rage. Whoosh! Strands of her wig whip out, flying at you. Roll for initiative.
I knew she needed magic to perform well. 7.
Do we all?
Okay, that's all of you. So, what'd you get?
Oh, shit.
We're all about to get
Wigs are
smacked.
dangerous, y'all.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
you are one.
It's the little wins, y'all.
22. 22.
So that was
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay.
Like I said, it's the little wins.
And then who was the 10?
I was a 10.
Ritua 10?
Always.
Okay.
For Halloween.
That's it. And Spyder, what'd you get?
I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay. Oh, I got that one down. So I'm missing Asha. What'd you
22.
get? 20. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, Asha, you are the first to act. You see, you hear, I think, the sound of the wig strands whipping out you, and you have a moment to react.
I'm gonna use my longbow on this bitch.
Okay, you're gonna use your longbow in the middle of a dressing room.
I shouldn't miss.
Asha, if you get up and demonstrate to us how you use your longbow, I will give you advantage on the attack roll.
I left my arrows in the dressing room, but it's probably safer.
Here you go.
Yes.
I would
Sickening
burn
now.
that for her last night.
Yes, Avery did all of the lovely wood burning on this era.
Come on, craftsmanship.
I love it, yeah! All right, so roll your attack with advantage. That is your D20 roll, and there should be a little bonus next to your weapon on your sheet.
Yes, okay. $25.
Okay, a 25 definitely hits. Asha, describe your attack.
It pierces through one of the pieces of her hair that's coming at us, shoots right through into the bitch.
Awesome.
Splits it like a bad dread.
All right, roll for damage.
Damage! Okay. I'll be out here.
Oh, okay.
Which one is it? The same?
Yeah. So it should be.
I I'm still new.
Thank you.
She's so new. She's so fresh.
So just the +5.
You're gonna roll 1d8 plus 3. Yeah.
1d8. See, I had the wrong fucking dice. I told you. I told you this was gonna happen. Okay, which color?
So
is it her?
the D8
Is
is
this her?
It's kind of a light purple color.
Light purple.
Kind of a diamonds. Yeah,
We love
you got
the
it.
colors.
Okay. 8.
8, boom, that's 8 damage. Okay, so you fire your arrow, it goes it goes right past Avery, right past Ritua, right through, no, it couldn't go through Spyder's eye hole, that'd be terrible. It goes right past Spyder, not hitting Spyder. And it goes dunk, and it nails one of these like clumps of wig kind of to the floor, and you see Scarlet goes, she's super upset about this. Excellent. All right, with that, it's Ritua. It's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna tell her something. But before that, I'm gonna pull out my scythe and I'm gonna cast Divine Smite on this bitch.
Okay. And what does that look like, Ritua?
Well, I grab my scythe. Wait, let me illustrate. And I say, honey, you should have washed that lace before you came for us.
Whoosh. All right. You know what, Ritua? I'll give you the same deal as Asha. Roll for attack with advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. They see me rolling. We got a 16. What's that? What's that number? Oh, it was a 4.
Okay, we'll take the
4.
16. What bonus do you add to your attack for your scythe?
We're initiating. Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. I love technology.
This is also the same scythe she used when she worked in the fields.
Oh my god.
You know what? How about this? Why don't we call it your strength modifier?
It's +5.
It's +5. Okay, so what's your total there?
21, honey.
Okay, 21, Hanny. That definitely it. So roll for damage.
All right, let's roll. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, give me some energy. Let's put it in. And we got a 19. I'll split those ends.
19 damage on the scythe. Okay, it can't do 19
Wait,
damage.
it's a D8. I rolled the wrong one.
the wrong
honey.
dice.
Oh my god, wait, where is it?
See, I asked first which dice to use.
Boom, here we go. It's a 2.
And that is where dreams go to die.
+3, so it's a 5.
With a 5. Okay, you know... It's a smite! That's right, it's a divine smite. Tell us.
Emily, give it up for Emily.
Roll the D8 3 more times.
Okay, I trust you, gay. Let's do it. Is this an 8? I'm gonna roll this twice more. There we go. Thank you. You're my favorite. You're fantastic. I love that beard. It's delicious. All right, we got a 2 and a 1.
A 2 and a 1. Okay, so the original roll was a...
19.
Yes, it was a 2, a 1, and a 2.
A 2, a 1, and a 2. We'll take 5. Okay, so... you know. So you slash with your scythe. You slash back and forth. Locks go flying. And you do 5 damage to Ritua. Not to Ritua, what am I saying? To Scarlet. All right, Scarlet still looks angry. Her wig is going... It looks crazy. And with that brings us to Avery. Avery, it is your turn.
I feel like I'm gonna shoot out a fog cloud to make everything go a little foggy for a minute so we can get our bearings and everyone can, try to level up against her,
Excellent, I love it. Okay, so Avery, describe what it looks like when you cast this fog cloud.
So if anyone's seen Twilight, I think of like Alex when the black fog comes from like his eyes and his limbs and stuff, and it goes and fully like goes all around them and takes over their body so they can only see what I make them see.
She's got glaucoma.
She's got reeds.
Okay, so this fog cloud goes whoosh out from Avery, and I'm gonna say that it's the thickest around Scarlet, and you can hear Scarlet thrashing. Whoosh, whoosh. You can see these locks kind of flying out from the edges of the fog cloud, but she is effectively unable to see you, at least for the end of this round. Excellent move, Avery. All right, so with that, we go over to Spyder. Spyder, you can see that Scarlet is still in there. She's still whipping her hair back and forth. She's still trying to get you.
Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, DM?
A dexterity saving throw? Absolutely, yeah. I get to roll. How fun. Okay, so. Ooh. That's a 22.
Thank you. So you watch as Spyder picks up a compact off of the table and goes to catapult it at at Scarlet, but it just flies past Scarlet and hits the wall, breaking the compact.
I love that. I love that. You know what? Spyder, take inspiration for that.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, amazing. So, with that, it is Scarlet's turn. What will Scarlet do? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make her roll a pure luck check to see if she can even focus through this fog cloud long enough to focus on any of them to attack them. So we'll start there. If she gets let's say like a 10 or above, she can actually aim and attack at one of these folks. She got a 16. Okay, so...
Lucky bitch.
She is lucky. So through all that fog, Scarlet is going to whip her wig around, and she is going to attack. We'll do a D4 for this. She's going to attack Asha. Asha, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Move this one right quick. Here. We're done for. 6.
6. Asha, this lock of Scarlet's wig comes flying out of the fog cloud. It wraps around your leg, and it pulls you down. Two things happen. You're immediately knocked to the ground. Boom. And then you also take a lot of damage.
No.
12 damage, Asha.
That's for hitting me with the rock.
I was aiming for the gondola.
As a bonus action, she's going to use Misty Step. She goes, and she reappears behind you. Okay, up next is Asha. Actually, yeah, back to the top. Asha, it's your chance. Get revenge.
Get revenge. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to use my short sword. I'm going to attempt to get her to get the piece of hair that raveled around me off of me.
Awesome.
Slice the bitch.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll, and then add that little to hit bonus next to your short sword.
Okay. I need to do this one again, right? This one again? Is that an 8?
Yeah, it's an 8.
Yes. Okay. 10.
A 10. Okay, so a 10 misses, but tell me what you're aiming to do.
I was aiming to get that dusty ass piece of wig from around my leg.
Okay, so here's what happens. You swipe downwards, and you are able to kind of like sever some of the wig that has like wrapped around your legs, but it's not quite enough to get to the point where you can be fully free of it. So there's still a few strands wrapped around your leg. Ritua, you see this happen. It's your turn.
So my first instinct is about my friend who was injured. You said
Yeah.
that was 12 damage.
Yes.
Oh my god. So I'm being so considerate. I noticed the broken nail and the run in her stocking from being injured, and I cast Lay on Hands.
Okay.
And I was gonna read her.
Very mindful.
Very demure.
Yes. All right. So how much do you heal Asha for?
6 HP.
Okay. So Asha, you heal for 6.
I'm nice, but I'm not that nice.
Okay. With that, Ritua, that is your turn. So Avery, you're up next. What do you do?
I'm just gonna try to cut some of this girl's wig off with my short sword.
Excellent. Okay. So take your D20, give it a roll.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Yeah.
2.
Okay. Oh, a big old 2. Okay. So Avery, whoosh, you swing and miss, and you see just little threads of her wig chop off, but she's still standing there, kind of like menacing you. I think
It's a really good wig.
it is a good wig.
It's from Illusions.
I think in this moment, Scarlet is going to use one of her lair actions. So Scarlet is going to summon an illusory spotlight. It goes doom, and it highlights her standing in the back of this dressing room. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
A 12.
16.
10.
15.
All right, everyone who got less than a 14, you are temporarily blinded by Scarlet's beauty. So, similar to before, on your turn, if you are currently blind, you will have to make a luck check to see if you can hit Scarlet on your next turn. Okay, so Spyder, that brings us to you.
Ooh, fun. I am going to attempt to whip her with my thorn whip.
Excellent.
There's a 24 hit.
24. Spyder, with a 24, describe your thorn whip.
All right.
You definitely hit.
Oh, great. So I'm a little bit perturbed that the compact did not make impact, as it were. You can see like the liquid boiling in my little pumpkin head, and my tongue just shoots out and smacks her. Or tongue lashing, if you will.
Scarlet, as your tongue lash, how much damage is that?
That's my 6, sorry.
6 damage. Okay, Scarlet, as your tongue lashes out, it wraps around the wig on Scarlet's head, and it snatches it off.
Yes. Excellent.
Scarlet, immediately, boom, the spotlight goes out, she crumples to the floor. And she kind of pushes herself up and she says, I don't understand. What just happened?
You're being controlled by the wig on your head.
What? And with that, all of you look at the wig that has kind of rolled to the side. And as we end tonight's session, you see little sparks and electricity and little circuits running through the wig in the darkness. And we'll leave it here. So, before we go, I just want to say a few thank yous. So, a few months ago, actually like 6 months ago now, I had this crazy idea that maybe we could play D&D with drag queens. And it is so surreal and wonderful to be able to bring this to life So first, I just want to say thank you so much to our amazing cast tonight. Next up, I just want to say a huge thank you to Scott and all of the staff at the Rick. I couldn't think of a better venue, truly. I mean, it already looks like a tavern, you know? so thank you so much. And then, of course, last but not least, we'll get there. Thank you so much to my incredible partner, my inspiration, Larry the hot AV guy. Thank you. And of course, last but by no means least, thank you all so much to all of you, all of the audience who came out tonight. This is exceeded 100% what we could have imagined. So this has been like so much fun to be able to play D&D with you all, to play with these amazing actors. So I think with that, what I do want to do is all of the queens have amazing other shows going on as well, and I just want to turn over the mic for a minute and give you all a chance to talk about anything you'd like to promote before we wrap up tonight.
Well, you can catch Avery and I here every Thursday night at 9 p.m. for Dolled Up. We're also doing brunches at the Alameda Comedy Club through to November 3rd at noon, so you can check those out. It's a really good time. And if you follow us on Instagram with the QR codes on the sheets, then you see all the other places we post that we'll be performing. So, yeah.
As you may or may not know, I am the hostess of a queer horror and drag and variety show called Bloodbath. Thank you if you're a fan of Bloodbath. It's every first Friday at the Avenue in Oakland, so come out if you want to see some spooky horror drag. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to say thank you so much to Alex and Kristina. Y'all have made this so much fun, taking from beginners, making this accessible for us, so thank you so much.
So, final question. Do you all want to see part 2?
Yeah!
All right, well, follow us at Dungeons in Drag Bay Area, and we will be in touch. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you.